What's going on, guys? I'm back with another Full Throttle review, and today I'm going to be doing a remastered review of the Divo because it was kind of a bad episode. So let's just get right into it. So the car is worth 5 million from what I remember. These are the stats: 3,300 pounds. Obviously a lot heavier than the Sesto, but actually lighter than a Chiron, and it's all-wheel drive. And then there's the real life stats if you want to pause it. This car is surprisingly good off-road from what I've seen so far. But anyway, let's get on to the top speed and acceleration stock. So I guess I'll line it up. Okay, so this is stock in automatic. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so tops out at 235, and like almost every car, the first shift is pretty slow. But this car does accelerate pretty quick when stock, which is quite nice. Yeah, it's really quick for a stock car, and it tops out at around 235. So the interesting thing about this car is, since it was the most expensive car when the game came out, it doesn't have much upgrades, so that's why it was pretty good stock. So I'll run through the upgrades. We have obviously tire friction, like we have on every car. You have the engine, can only be stock, so you can't upgrade the acceleration that much with the engine. You can change the suspension. The drivetrain comes in all-wheel drive. I'd probably keep it for that if I'm going on a track and stuff. I just keep it in general because I don't really see rear-wheel drive Bugattis. You can change the weight reduction to Super Pro. So the weight reduction is pretty customizable, which is good because Bugattis are heavy generally. The handling, you can't actually change the handling, which is interesting. This car is made for the track already, so I guess that's why. And the braking can't be changed, and the transmission is pretty customizable, so it's really just the transmission that's changeable and the weight reduction. But other than that, you can't really change this car too much because they didn't want this car to be too OP at the time probably. But you can shave it all the way down to 2,800 pounds, which is really quick, and all the bars are nearly at the max. Now for the acceleration and top speed maxed out. Let's give it a try. I don't think it'll be that much faster. I think just the top speed will be better, but the only thing we really changed is the weight reduction and transmission. So let's see how it goes. So obviously a slow shift at the start. Seems about the same, but about 40 mile per hour difference. It gets so much faster when you add on the transmission and the better tires. Look at that, 275. It's really fast for a car that tops out at 230 stock. So if you're looking for top speed, this car is not too bad actually. Onto the lights and details. So you got the front lights. So the lower beam is just these little probably LED lights running around here, and then the higher beam are these little things, so it's pretty cool. I like the front lights. At the back, this is the brake light and the tail light. As you can see, it's really cool. It has like that Aston Martin Vulcan feel or something like that. It has, like, as you can see, some black squares and some red squares, and then you got like one big brake light up here, which I'd say turns off, yeah. And then for the hazard lights and the turn signals, you have little lights in here, not too noticeable. A light on the wing mirror, and in the back here it continues the light display using hazard lights, so that's pretty cool. Now onto the looks of and details. You have these little probably downforce things here. I don't know what they are. You got this massive traditional horseshoe grill for Bugattis. You got like kind of interesting thing here. It sort of goes in. This car is probably designed to cut through the air well. As you can see, there's a little gap in here as well. Pretty well rendered models. You got like a nice stripe down the middle, a thin little line, which looks really cool when you put on a secondary color. On the back you got 4 huge exhausts, obviously shooting out smoke. Another little cool thing that makes the car look better, this like these panels here, or whatever they're called, they can be changed with the secondary color. Same within here. I'm not sure if this part gets painted in real life, but that's pretty interesting. You obviously got the really interesting side skirts. You got more aero here. You got what seems to be a slight roof scoop or something. Looks really interesting. You obviously got the wing. This game doesn't have active aero, but in real life this is sort of a brake. You can see a bit of the 8-liter W16 quad turbo engine here. Obviously not too detailed, but still pretty cool. There's a little window in the back, it seems. The top of the wing mirrors actually sort of suit the window, which makes it look really cool. Obviously aggressive designing in the front and stuff like that. So now to get the driving feel of the car, I'll be doing 5 laps and telling y'all my overview as I do the laps. So I really like this car because of like just the handling. Like you'd think it's like super heavy and stiff, but I feel like the heaviness helps a bit. Obviously didn't enter at a great angle there. This is my first time going on a track in like probably 5 months or so, so cut me some slack, but there's something I really like about this car. Maybe some people don't really like the handling, but personally there's something just different about it that makes it a bit better. I don't know if it's a nice chassis they use in this game, but Jesus, like I don't know, this car is like perfect for me. I'm more of grip and all-wheel drive, hit into the hill there. But I like the way it exits corners for some reason. Some people may not agree, but I think this car is just really smooth on a track. Like I didn't go on a track in like 5 months and I'm not doing too bad here. Like I'm not even used to this keyboard or anything, but this car is really controllable. I actually tried drifting this around the track once. I made it like rear wheel drive and put the traction off, and it was actually fun. Like somehow I managed to like do some drifts in the corners. So this car is actually really fun when you customize it, but I'm kind of one of those people that like to leave it as stock feeling as possible. I don't like to mess around too much. Hopefully the higher FPS makes me a bit better, because I legit used the game on like 15 frames per second. So again, I really like this car. Okay, I messed up a corner there, but it brakes really fast, it accelerates quite fast, and it turns quite well when you have it maxed. So I really like this smooth driving feel. You can really push this car around the track. So I got 2 minutes and 1 second. Guess what? That's actually my record. That's amazing. I actually got 2 minutes 1 second. So that's pretty good for me, but I'm pretty sure my record's like 2:06 or something. So again, this car's like perfect for me. I think it drives really smooth, especially if you haven't played the game for a while. Is it worth the 5 million? That's kind of controversial because there's a Tesla Roadster, there's a Sesto, there's a Chiron. If you're grinding, I'd recommend just saving for the Sesto or buying the Regera. But if you have lots of money and you're sort of complete, then I'd really recommend this car because you can really mess around with it. It's really fun, customized. So obviously it's not that upgradable, but you can really mess around with the looks. I think the car looks great. It's a good flex. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this Full Throttle review. I'll be making more videos. Hopefully I get better at editing soon. And see you guys later. Subscribe, like, and yeah, bye.